We've been overwhelmed with all the love and support since starting Thnks. As many of you know, we're going to be bringing you real and raw content through everyday people and their stories. Today we've got a friend of ours, Josh. He's a great man with a bit to tell. Here it is. Thanks for listening.
Growing up, I went through a fair bit of anxiety, and that's been a pretty big issue for me since I was probably 16 years old, and it controlled me a fair bit, probably until 2-3 years ago. I just didn't want to accept that I wasn't alright. Probably 3 months there where I pretty much couldn't leave my room. I'd get home from work and I'd just sit in my room and I didn't want to face the world. I'd just be stuck in my own head and my own thoughts. And I remember one day I was just sitting in my room and my old girl came in and I was just fucking bawling my eyes out, and she pretty much said, "What's up?" And I thought there was something wrong with me because I'd had that feeling every day, and I legitimately thought there was something wrong with my head. And it wasn't until that point in my life when I had a chat to Mum and said, "Look, I need some help. I need someone to help me get through this feeling." I just felt if I spoke up and said that I wasn't okay, I'd be looked upon as being weak, pretty much. I don't know if that was a mindset of me being a younger bloke, but I just felt that if I stood up and said, "Look, I need help, I'm not okay," people would look down upon me. It wasn't until I actually accepted that I wasn't, that people got around me and gave me that help. So it's just complete panic, really. You just got no control over any emotion. Your body just pretty much shut down. Your mind shuts down your body. You literally can't think straight until you start getting mechanisms to work through it. But I had a point there where I'd have anxiety attacks and I'd just fucking sit. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I'd just like shake and carry on, and your mind just takes control of your whole mental state. It's hard to explain when if you don't go through it, people don't understand. But yeah, so the first time I actually went and seen a doctor about it, it actually put me off it, and I took another downward stroll, because what he said to me was, he pretty much said, "You're going to have this for the rest of your life, and you're not going to be able to." He pretty much told me I wasn't going to be able to get through it, and that actually, as a young bloke, getting that told to you, it's a big kick in the face. So it put me back, and I didn't know what to think. It's pretty much someone telling you that you're sick, you're going to be sick for the rest of your life. It was a pretty empty feeling, because you just sit there and you say, "Oh well," because I didn't know anything about anxiety. I had no idea about mental health at that point in my life. Yeah, I accepted it. For 6 months I just said, "Look, this is my life now," and I didn't want to, at a point there I just didn't want to help myself, because I pretty much just accepted the fact that I wasn't okay. I was different, and yeah, I suppose it probably wasn't until 6 or 7 months down the track that I started to put steps in place to overcome it. I started seeing a psychologist. I started putting myself around people that were a good influence on me. I didn't really tell the boys for a while, but when I did, they're probably the most supportive people that I had around me. It wasn't until I actually opened up about it properly and told them exactly how I felt. It's really hard for people to be there for you if they don't know you're not okay. It wasn't until probably last year, the year before, that I've found myself again. I went back to doing what made me happy. It's only been probably in the last 6 to 8 months that I've really sat back and learned a lot about myself and realised that it's actually okay to struggle. You know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it definitely takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of work, and you got to be prepared to, I suppose, put your best foot forward and always try and be that better person.
Bruh, that is fucking unreal. That is unreal.
You got a few gold nuggets.
We can probably get a bit more out of you, but I reckon what you've done is enough already. If I heard that from someone, mate, I'd be like, fuck, you know, like that there is an end to it, or there is a way out of this, or you know, like this is